In March, during the Human Rights Council's 37th session, an interactive dialogue with the Special Rapporteur on freedom of religion and belief took place here at the UN's Human Rights Council room in Geneva.
We support the Special Rapporteur's recommendation on encouraging states to facilitate interfaith communication and to invest in both religious literacy and religious freedom literacy.
So states encouraging interfaith communication and religious freedom literacy, that seems to be possible. But that a state invests in religious literacy, like books, even promoting religious literacy, is this a reachable goal?
Yes, it is in a different sense, perhaps. In his report on freedom of religion and belief, the Special Rapporteur analyzes the state-religion relationships. And also he stresses the obligation of states to act as an impartial guarantor for freedom of religion and belief. In this context, education has a very important role to play. The goal is to ensure that people have the knowledge, the necessary knowledge through education, which is basically a state responsibility. Religious literacy should be promoted by providing information on different faiths and religions in order to understand cultural and social backgrounds, traditions, backgrounds. In countries where several religions are being practiced, intra-faith dialogue is of particular importance because it is an element of a peaceful society. And this can only be achieved through educating the different communities in faith matters and building bridges between populations of different faiths.
And I think this is completely in alignment with Pope Francis, who has said that we need to understand the other religion better. So education is the first step to really know the other religion better.
Exactly. We need to respect each other and at the same time understand what the other person is believing in, what his traditions are, why his cultural background is like that. So it's a whole context which needs to be, so in fact it's just getting to know the other person better and going on from there.
We are also grateful to the Special Rapporteur for reminding states of their obligation to provide protection to refugees and migrants regardless of their specific religion or belief. Thank you.
Your Excellency, from the Order of Malta's viewpoint, is this, what we just heard, implemented, exercised in America or even in Europe?
Well, there are no doubt gaps in certain countries, particularly in situations of conflicts and forced displacement. However, Article 18 of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights and also other international instruments like the Convention on the Status of Refugees are clear on states' obligations with regard to the refugees' freedom to practice their religion. The Human Rights Council has also adopted a number of resolutions which are intended to strengthen these provisions.
You told us, I remember, that the Order of Malta in Germany has even established their prayer room.
Yes, because within the context of their projects to integrate migrants and refugees in their new environment, you also have to think of spiritual assistance, not just material assistance, because people who have lost everything try to find new roots, and the spiritual dimension is of extreme importance in such situations.
It's probably the only thing they have, their faith.
Exactly, they have their faith, and their faith enables them then to integrate into a new community which shares their same faith and religion, and they can then go on from there.
In the second part of our interview, we will talk about what the Holy See had said in their intervention. They talked about freedom from religion, and we will find out what the United Nations is really doing to secure freedom of religion and implement that in the world, in the member states.